Good morning, this is Wayne Belial with another Smart Profit Maxi moment. Today we're going to continue talking about the coronavirus and what you should do. I talked, I think Thursday, about if you're one of those that literally has been shut down, restaurants, bars, hotels, and what you need to do. Side note, I have a local coffee shop and a local restaurant, family owned, that I really like. Try to keep them in business. You know, there's a lot of things you can do. Most of them are doing takeout. Visit them, all right? Might want to buy some gift cards so that when they do come back in, you're giving them some cash now, but you're able to, continue to support them. Maybe a GoFundMe account, something like that. Friday, we talked about if your business is doing, I forgot what I did on Friday. We did coronavirus again on Friday. How to handle your business. I guess my mind is dead. I took a day off and I got to be retrained. Anyways, let's talk about today. Today I want to talk about the businesses that are remaining open and how you should handle coronavirus. Remaining open depends on where you're at. I mean, in El Paso, we're not having a lot of community spreads. If you're in New York, California, Illinois, the states that have said, hunker down in place, you really don't have much of an option, all right? It also depends on the type of business you're at. Think about it. Yardmen. I walked by, I saw some people doing maintenance. I saw people doing roofing, people cleaning pools. I mean, they're outside. They're pretty much by themselves. They're not interacting. You still need to change how you're doing it. People that can work remotely, all right? For example, CPAs, lawyers, things like that, computer programmers. There's a lot more. I mean, there's just, contrary to what you're seeing in the news, there's a lot of people that are open, all right? There really is. There's a lot of businesses that are still running. And really what it comes down to is common sense. Now, look at what's happening in your area and make a decision. But you should change. You need to change some things. We're staying open, but we're making some changes. I'm not taking any more appointments unless it's to pick up a tax return, and we'll come back to that in a minute, all right? What I'm doing is we're going to do it by FaceTime, by phone, by Skype. We'll handle an appointment. We just won't do it face-to-face until this starts to pass, okay? Picking up tax returns, we're going to give them an option, all right? Now, at the moment, we're asking them if they're showing any kind of symptoms, don't come in. And if we do, we'll just shut the doors. Like I said, in El Paso, it still hasn't really hit us yet. As it starts to have more community spread, I may cut off all appointments at that point. But at the moment, we're letting people come in, pick up their returns, because everything I'm reading says, unless you're going to be in that room with them for 4 hours or they're actively sneezing on you and coughing on you, in which case, they better not be coming into the office. We'll have to play that one by ear. You're not likely to catch it that fast, contrary to what you're reading, all right? When you get into the research, and I spent a lot of time looking into the various research, and one of the things, though, that's scary, very contradictory. People don't really know a lot about this, so going on caution is better, which is what we're talking about. Your first thing to do is to protect yourself, your employees, your customers, all right? And really kind of in that order. But I strongly believe your customers, whether they're being realistic or not, have been scared crazy. So you need to I think it's important as a business owner, if you're still open, to give that impression to them, not just the impression, but the facts, that you're taking this seriously, but still trying to make their life easy. For example, in our case, all right, as much as possible, right now, I'm calling and giving them the option for us to deliver the return and talk to them on the phone, or to email it, or to put it in Dropbox, something of the nature, all right? And then they can sign it and get it back to us later. We take a credit card over the phone. We'll discuss it with them. We'll go over the return once they have it, by phone, by whatever. We'll figure something out, okay? So that's kind of key, all right? Now, how are you going to handle it? What are you going to do in order to make your clients, customers feel comfortable that you're taking the coronavirus seriously? If you're running a retail place and you're still open, which there's no reason not to in some areas. Like I said, if you're in New York City, California, San Francisco, even Dallas is starting to get serious, you might need to adjust your time. But we're not in a lockdown situation in Texas yet. So you got to use common sense, all right? Maybe you put in local Walgreens has put blue tape and signs outside the door saying, social distancing, stands up separate. Maybe you do the same thing. Maybe you only keep certain people, only allow a certain number of people into the store. Who knows? More importantly, though, during this time, one of the most important things you can do is understand that your business is going to take a hit. There's going to be economic consequences to every business in business. If you're cleaning somebody's pool and they go out of work, you lose a customer. They'll clean their own pool or they'll let it go to hell, one or the other. More likely than not, they'll have the time, they'll clean their own pool, all right? You got to look at things like that. You got to decide, what am I going to do? What's going on? All right. So you have to assume business is going to go down. So you need to make sure that you take advantage of this opportunity and call everybody. You need to make sure that you call your current customers, stay in contact with them, try to look for ways to increase sales. And remember, the fastest way to increase sales is with current clients. So see if you can call them, see if they need help. Start looking to see if you can deliver anything. I don't care what your product is. They may not want to come into your store. See if, call up your current customers. Hey, let's say BK Medical's a client of mine, so I have their permission. I'm going to use them as an example. If they know, they go through their customer list and see that there's certain customers that come in every month, they should probably have somebody calling those customers and saying, hey, is there anything you think, I know you don't want to come out of the house, especially their clients, I'm thinking of them in particular who may be more at risk, older, 70s, 80s, 90s. Is there something we can deliver to you rather than you coming to us? Again, you've got to be proactive. You can't just sit there and go, oh, business is going to go down by 20%. Oh, well, I'm going to lay off people. I'm going to cut things. You might have to, okay? Let's be honest. You're going to also not just look at calling your customers and increasing sales. You don't have to go into survival mode like the first group I talked about, but you do need to look at controlling costs, cutting costs, getting things under control. Now's the time to tighten your ship, all right? Call your bankers. If you got a bank loan, see if you can buy a little bit of time. Pay attention if the Democrats or Republicans ever get their crap together and pass something. As of this morning, they hadn't looked like they were, and then Pelosi came into town and wasn't feeding her constituents, I guess. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to it. But whatever, at the moment, nothing's passed. Something's going to pass, all right? They have to, all right? And the SBA and however they're going to help small businesses, pay attention. It's mainly saying it's for people that are affected, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't try. Where you'll be able to say, yeah, I'm being affected. My income went down by 20% or 30% or 40%. You're still open, but people aren't buying. So pay attention to that. There's a lot going on there. So remember what I said. Take care of yourself. Take care of your employees. Take care of your customers. What I'm talking about is keeping them healthy. All right? And make sure that you put things in effect to let the public know you care, because there's going to be social shaming if you don't. I mean, it's pretty much all there is to it. Hey, until next time, this is Wayne Belisle saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever. Thank you very much.